This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the return of Boar Meets World. We are your hosts. I'm Kyle. That's Steven across the table from me.
Hey Kyle, hey listeners.
Yeah.
How you doing?
They're great.
Oh,
I was speaking for them.
how about yourself?
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the 2-week detour.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Brotherly Love and Smart Guy.
Yeah.
I think a couple of you had paid the Patreon and got those exclusively.
Yeah, maybe.
Had you had known that we were going to release them for free, you might have been a little reluctant to purchase them. Well, Patreon's not really a purchase, is it? It is a transaction, right? It's giving something in exchange for something else.
Donation. How about that?
Yeah. You know, it's weird that gets around that.
Mm-hmm.
When you are, in fact, actually exchanging something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Sure.
I don't know. Just pondering over here.
Nice ponder.
But, thanks. A little ripple in there, you know, in that ponder. Jesus, just turn it off. But we are back to covering Boy Meets World. Back on Season 3 where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
This week we're covering Episode 7, titled Truth and Consequences.
Yeah.
You ready?
I think so. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you like this one?
It was good, yeah.
Yeah?
It was really good. I
You
enjoyed
little
it.
ha-has?
Yeah, I chuckled quite a few times.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Eric being brain dead while sleeping. And
Yeah. We've definitely had the... I guess clues that might be a thing, but I guess this is a confirmation, if anything.
Oh yeah, we've always assumed, but dude has no brain activity while he's sleeping.
I would like to get that test, see what's going on in there.
I do too, but I don't want somebody to find out anything. You know?
Oh no, like what?
Like I got a lot of secrets, man. Like they'll be like, "Oh
like
my
what?
God." Based off your brain waves, you did this. I'm like, fuck, how'd you know?
Oh boy, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
In one of these shows we do, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
No?
Never coming out. Unless you pay me $100 on Patreon.
I don't have one currently.
kidding.
Maybe we'll bring it back.
No. We're free. We're for the people.
Free for the people?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I'm sorry. You know what's not free? Our t-shirts.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Where can you find those?
I have no idea. I don't plug things.
That's over at boarmerch.com. You'll find shirts for this show, that show, and the other one as well.
Check it out, man. We got some awesome designs over there. We've got, it's like, this motherfucker just said he couldn't find them. How's he know the designs? Well, I've seen it. I just can't tell you the website.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got the Cory Wolf shirt, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We've got the Johnny Baboon, personal favorite of mine. Cory with a bag over his head with the caption, "I'm a human being." And another thing, which I am getting really soon, is the mug.
The mug.
The Boar Meets World coffee mug.
That's just with the traditional logo there. Yeah.
So, you know, after listening to us put you to sleep, go make yourself some coffee.
Yeah. Wake up with a nice cup of boar there. I guess since we're already plugging, how about I don't know what shows will be out when this show comes out, but as you may have noticed already, that the feed that you're subscribed to has some additional shows on it, and that's how it's going to be from now on. So our schedule should be every other Wednesday. You'll get a show from us called Off the Tracks, where we review an album. Thursday, you already know, that's the Boar Meets World Day. And Fridays will eventually be half-hour haunts. And how did I describe that earlier?
spooky shows or something.
Spooky little television shows, yes.
Spooky little television shows.
And that can all be found, well, if you're already listening, you're already subscribed, you're already going to get them. Or you can find them all at boarbrand.com. And, of course, again, the merch is boarmerch.com. So let's jump into 307 here. And it's called what again?
Truth and Consequences.
Isn't that the truth?
It's definitely the consequence.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. So we open this episode with Cory. He once again is in front of a camera.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a report for his, I don't know what they call it, AV club, or no, it's digital media or journalism class.
Media arts?
Maybe? Yeah, media arts class.
Yeah.
That's taught by Mr. Williams, Turner's friend from, he used to do news and stuff.
Yep.
But, you know, they're trying to get the scoop on cafeteria food. The cafeteria lady, a nice Russian immigrant, is cutting up Jell-O with an angry look on her face. You know, like faceless expression.
Faceless?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're let me drown over here.
I thought you took control. I was about to jump in.
You look like you're about to lay your head down and go to sleep.
Is he done yet?
Wake me when it's over.
Where's that coffee mug? It's faceless expression, yes.
Yeah. Very stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Expressionless face.
Sure, whatever. Let's just get moved past this. Yeah.
Turns out they were watching this in the class. It wasn't actually happening real time, right?
No, this was a pre-recorded thing that Cory and Sean had submitted to the class for a grade. After the clip's over, we see the class. Cory and Sean have been put to sleep by their own material. Williams,
which I guess could be said the same for our show.
Yeah,
I usually throw this on and fall asleep as well.
Really?
Yeah,
I would too, but I actually want to wake up in the morning. So
yeah, yeah. Well, you know,
yeah.
When it's hard to sleep, just turn us on. Be good to go.
Just bear the show. But you know, Williams says pretty good line. He's like, "If we have to watch it, you have to."
Yeah. Yeah, so they're like, it sucks. They know it sucks. Everybody knows it sucks.
Yeah. And he's like, well, you guys need to dig in deep, you know, be investigative journalists and stuff. And they're both kind of groaning about it because they're like, come on, man, media art's supposed to be a gimme, like just an easy A.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember a class like that?
Trying to think. No.
Nothing was obviously an A for you?
No.
No. Gym?
No.
Yeah, I failed gym.
I got like a B in there or something like that. Because I didn't want to do stupid change out and stuff. Why do I want to strip down to my underwear in front of other people?
Why not?
It's just, no.
To prepare you for life.
Yeah, and then you're all sweaty and you can't take a shower. It's dumb.
Yeah.
No thanks.
I failed. Sat in the bleachers.
Yeah, I told that story on
I sat in the bleachers and listened to music instead of doing the activities.
Yeah, I told that story before, though. Like, the final was like a mile run.
Yeah, that's what I did, yeah.
I started a mile. I went out with the first group so I could get a head start on my mile. So I had 2 laps done by the time my grade started, and they're like, that's a very good time. I was like, thank you.
I didn't do it. That's why I failed.
No.
It's like, all you got to do, you can just walk. And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, well, you deserve to be failed.
So yeah, he's like, hey, just tell the truth and make it interesting. That's how you do a news piece, right?
Mm-hmm. You got to have that grabber, that thing that just grabs people's attention.
So they're being made to redo the report, and I guess the class or the school, they're kind of doing their own like news show. That's what this is going to be for.
Yeah, it's like a public access thing, and it's just something they put out for free, and it's just the kind of like, it's for fun.
Fun, maybe, I guess, some experience if you're going to try this.
Yeah,
in
if
your
you're like
future life.
thinking, hey, I got an interest in this, like, okay, this is way to see if you enjoy doing it for real, see if you have the talent for it. And
kind of like what was that called? Like a vocational school or something?
Yeah,
Class
where they trained you how to like do, like welding or something like that.
Did you do any of those?
No.
Me either.
I should have.
Yeah.
They got really cool jackets. I remember that. They all came in with their little Carhartts.
Just the welders, or?
No, like all the people that went to vocational, like the carpenters, the electricians, the welders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we're going to jump to Turner's apartment, and Cory's coming over. He's got his camera ready.
Yep.
And Sean has something for him, a news piece. You remember what this was?
Yeah, they go over to the window, and they have a neighbor across another apartment complex who every day on the clock at 5:30 dances around in nothing but a towel. So Sean's like, you can set your watch to her.
Yeah. Cory's like, oh, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I can just set it. I can just call that number. Yeah, it's 35 cents, but it's off the atomic clock. It's very accurate. Like the most nerdy thing Cory's ever said.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
At heart.
Yeah.
I think you're Cory.
I could be.
Yeah.
I very well could be.
Yeah. Okay, this scene, this whole thing with the neighbor
in
the apartment.
They're watching. Turner comes home.
Yeah, but this is Friends, right?
Yeah.
They ripped this off of Friends.
It's got to be a rip off of Friends, the weird naked guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Turner comes home. They're busted. He walks in the door. He's like, well, it's 5:30 already, huh?
Yeah. My watch is slow.
So we know what Turner was doing before Sean moved in.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a single guy.
He's a
living alone.
Young man.
Bachelor pad.
Yeah.
You're going to do what you got to do.
Yeah, he might not even be watching. He might be cooking and happen to glance over and be like, oh, wow, shit. News on in half an hour.
He's like, hey, you guys are up to no good. What the hell?
Yeah.
Towel fell off.
He's like, oh, the towel fell off, and they just scramble for the
big show. And he's like, hey, the news is not about exploiting someone's body.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and watch the news and see what it's really about. Yeah. And
the piece is breast enhancements. It's too big a problem. Let's talk about journalism.
All right, let's jump in. I love talking about things I don't know about. Let's do it.
Well, you don't ever read the news or...
No.
Because you had a pretty good example of bad journalism that influences a lot of people's opinions a couple weeks ago when I talked to you.
Oh, I did?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
The vaping issue. Kind of run people through that, because if you've been checking headlines, it's like vaping's killing people left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Please elaborate on that, because you actually sat down and read the article.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You told me
I
knew the story behind it.
I know more than the headline.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, well...
But beyond that, yeah. It's killed, I believe it's up to a whopping 8 people so far.
Yeah.
And now they want to ban all of it?
It's the way it's looking, but go into what killed them.
Well, I think they may now think it is just a certain vitamin. I believe it's vitamin E, which I think is okay. But when vaped, obviously it's doing something fucked up to people's lungs.
Okay, now you told me it was homemade shit. People were smoking that.
Yeah, they're putting it in I guess it's the THC cartridges they're using. So it's like homemade or Chinese made or something along those lines, yeah. It's not store-bought Juul pods or anything like that.
Okay.
This is bought from the streets.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You totally did not tell this story the way I thought you were going to. When you spoke to me about this, you were very confident and certain.
Yeah.
And you didn't backtrack with like, oh, I think it's Chinese or homemade or whatever the fuck. You were like, it's homemade. That's why they're dying. Don't try to make your own shit. You'll be okay.
Well, this episode changed my opinion. I don't know if I wanted to tell the whole truth or not.
Yeah, just
get me into trouble.
Let's just dip our toe into one side of the opinion pool and then...
Well, I'll say this. I'm still vaping.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
I worry about you every day.
So far. Knock on wood. No mysterious lung issue.
Yeah.
And I'll probably continue. So if the show ends...
I bet you wish you fucking tiptoed that sentence just now, didn't, don't you?
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I'm dead.
Yeah. You probably just jinxed yourself.
I'll be number 9. I'll miss you guys.
That was my number when I played basketball.
No, I think the whole thing is ridiculous, though. It's like, I smoked, that kills, I don't know, 100,000 people a year, you know,
what?
More.
It's crazy to me that this is so swift when smoking has been, you know, connected to, you know, cancer.
The number one killer, basically?
Yeah. For 50 plus years.
That, guns, you know, let's keep all those things. Yeah. Vapes, let's throw them away.
Yeah. Think about this, people, when you're watching the news. Tobacco companies, NRA. I'm pro guns. It's okay. Okay. But they do have influence. They have influence. And tobacco.
Of course, it's a big fucking business.
Tobacco is not like vaping from the get go.
Well, they've now bought into certain companies. I believe Marlboro is involved with Juul now,
But I mean,
I'm sure the cigarettes probably still make them the most money.
Exactly.
So
yeah, that's their brand. That's their audience.
And it's like, hey, we're still going to make money if you stop vaping. You're just going to start smoking. So it doesn't really matter if it affect them either way, right?
And you'll be even more addicted because people who vape fucking chain smoke that shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's helped me. We're off cigarettes for, by the time this comes out, like 8 weeks. So there we go.
Yeah. And you're, as far as I know, you're not having any problems, right?
No.
Okay.
Feel totally fine for a guy that's smoked as long as I have. Well, am I healthy? No. See, mysterious lung issue? No.
That's my example of, bad journalism. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, just turn on the news and you'll probably see bad journalism. There's always an agenda, no matter where you're getting your shit from.
Oh, it's all biased.
So I just don't really listen or go out of my way for much of anything because I'm just going to be fed whatever bullshit they want to feed me. Doesn't really matter.
There are some websites that I found are kind of like impartial. But they're behind a paywall and stuff. Like the New York Times, you have to pay for it after you've read so many articles. And,
but even those, I mean, the news that they want out is what's going to get out. I don't want to turn this show into a conspiracy show. But
yeah, they're gonna use stuff that's gonna grab people, and a lot of
there's plenty of stuff happening in the world. That they're going to keep hush-hush no matter what. No matter who's reporting what.
Like the big thing.
And it's probably fine or good that way, maybe. Because if we knew everything, maybe things would be worse than they are.
I mean, we kind of do already know too much.
Yeah.
Like you hear about just something happening every day that you used to never hear about. Mm-hmm. Well, it was probably still going on then.
Yeah, sure.
It's just... it's current now, and it's the 24-hour...
Social media, we're all connected, blah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God damn it, let's just get back to Boy Meets World.
Let's go back to the wholesome show that is Boy Meets World.
Yeah, they...
breast enlargements, enhancements, good? You into it?
Real, fake, don't matter to me. They're
cool. Okay, so... Randomly, we're back into the, I think, lunchroom or hallway, where it goes from the hallway to the lunchroom. And Bud is like trying to get a kid to puke.
He's like, come on, Timmy, it's okay. You have a nervous stomach, no shame.
It's like he's just dying to mop a mess up, I guess.
Puke, boy. Puke.
I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, but okay.
Bud's very eccentric.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
And then we see Feeny, and he is, what's he up to this episode? What's he looking for?
Oh, man. What is he doing this episode? He's looking for a secretary.
That's right.
His is leaving to go to Florida, be around her kids. Her youngest grandson is turning 50. And
so I think his current one, or former one, may have been up there in age.
Yeah, she's been around a minute. She was back when she was there when Sam Adams founded the high school.
Yeah, John. Yeah.
But then Feeny Turner asked, "Did you guys do anything for her?"
Mm-hmm.
And Feeny goes, "Well, we all pitched in, got her an oxygen tank."
Yeah.
Thinking that,
she's fucking old.
Yeah, they're like, "God damn, Feeny, that's harsh." And he's like, "What? She's an avid scuba diver."
Scuba, which stands for Scuba Duba, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. Scuba Duba?
Yeah.
Scuba do what?
Scuba. Do you remember the episodes from season 1, I think? Because Mikas was there. They're going to go scuba.
What does scuba stand for? Yeah.
Or it was like the acronym, right? And he's like, you know what that stands for? Scuba Duba?
Yeah.
It's like I failed you on so many levels. And then Sean's, I believe, was something creepy under boat Andy.
That's creative right there. That's awesome.
So then we go over to Sean and Cory, and they're like, "Hey, there's got to be a story out there somewhere, somehow. We're gonna find something." And Sean has an idea, maybe. I believe his uncle was Vic. Was that what he said? Do you remember?
Sean's Uncle Vic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, never mind. He'll probably kill us if we get to the story.
Is he the one that runs the automotive place?
I believe that was Mike.
Oh, okay.
But it just seems like Sean comes from a shady family.
Yeah, definitely criminals.
Just bad people. Then we see Joey, the rat, running around. He's trying to sell tires and tube socks.
You got tires? I got them. What about some tube socks? And he opens up his coat like the watch guys would do.
Yeah. What did Joey say?
What? When?
What did you just say? You said
tires, tube socks. I got them.
I was trying to hear the little accent you gave him.
What accent?
But I must have heard you funny. I don't know.
So, anyways, after we got past Joey's tires and tube socks, he
Cory's like, "Hey, we followed Joey. We'll find a story, right?"
Yeah.
So there we go. Then we see Eric, and he has a flyer. He runs into the lady that I assume hung up the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this flyer about?
It's she's conducting a sleep study for the University of Pennsylvania, and she's gonna pay people, for it to measure brainwave activity.
Yeah, she's kind of explaining all this to Eric, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really care. I sleep. You pay me. Yeah, I'm in."
Yeah.
He's like looking at the equipment and everything. He's like, "Oh, I got a job."
So dumb.
He's like, "I've been an amateur sleeper. I'm ready to go pro."
I've been sleeping since I was 5.
That would be a hell of a gig, though, I gotta say.
Right.
Then we see, I guess the first edition of their live news program here they're going to have.
Yeah.
And Topanga's all nervous. It's one of my lines that I always remember about this show is when Sean goes up to Topanga and he's like, "Are you sweating?" And she's like, "No, I glisten and I don't sweat." And he's like, "You're glistening like a pig."
That's a very common term with women. They don't sweat, they glisten.
Yeah. So Feeny comes in. He's gonna observe all this first time. Of course, he's got to be there, right? And he's asking, "Well, what do you got on the docket for today?" And he's like, "You got this, you got that." When I say he, I mean Eli, Mr. Williams, and something from Cory about Bud or something. I don't know. Haven't
Janitor
seen
Bud.
it yet. And of course, Feeny is concerned because he hasn't reviewed what he's going to air.
And he's like, "Nah, man, I trust them. They're good kids." And Feeny's like, "We're in high school."
He's like, have you seen an episode of the show? I mean, what the fuck? We see Topanga. She's wrapping up an interview with the crossing guard, which has put out a book called
Skid Marks.
Confessions of a Crossing Guard, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's funny because she goes from like panic during
the countdown.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
To 1, and then on 1 she's like, "Hello and welcome." Yeah, she's just like,
she says it like you.
Yeah. Oh, buy that book. Amazing at it. I almost called her Kyle.
That's how we are when we are about to hit record.
Oh my God, I got no idea how the fuck we're going to do this show today.
Hello and welcome to this week's Board.
Hello. Thank you for tuning in.
Then up next we have a report on Janitor Bud, and everyone's like, what the fuck, Janitor Bud?
Yeah, Bud. You finally get that kid to puke?
And so, tell him about this report, Kyle.
Well, Cory is once again in front of the camera, and he's like, "Okay, oh, you got." I'm paraphrasing, of course, because that's what I do on here. He's like, "We're following Janitor Bud around. You know him. He's been here forever. We are stuck here till 3:30.
And we're trapped like deer.
Yeah, like deer, but perhaps
trapped deer.
Yeah, trapped deer. This is a great analogy. Not trapped like a rat, but like a deer.
Yeah.
But are some of us less trapped than the others?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. And then we see them stalking Janitor Bud.
Mm.
He's going up to the time clock. He looks at the time. It's 2:50.
Yep.
He laughs, walks away, grabs his coat and his hat, leaves for the day.
It's out of here.
Yep. Didn't clock out.
So he leaves at 2:50.
Yep.
But.
Oh, Joey the Rat. That's my cue.
Yeah.
You need to be like, what happens next, Kyle? And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm supposed to talk now.
You gotta hold your hand. Catch it.
Yeah. Well, the butt, I thought you were going to say something.
But, and I looked at you.
You interjected.
If we were on the internet or something, I would understand.
Don't fucking criticize
Don't act
me.
like we haven't done this show
Don't criticize me
50
on
plus
fucking handoffs when I have a legitimate thing with vaping for you, because you told me this goddamn story in certainty. And you come on, I guess it's the vitamin E. I guess, Kyle. I don't know. I don't watch the news.
They haven't actually figured out what it is.
They was on the news, but I was sleeping during it like I did in school.
But that is the one common thing that has been in all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Why couldn't I have that certainty when I handed it off to you?
But
what happens next, Kyle? You got to tee me up, man.
So Janitor Bud leaves.
I'm not going to hit the ball out of your hand. You got to throw it to me.
But Kyle.
Well, but Joey the Rat comes in. It's 5 o'clock. He's like, he checks the time card for his $5 tip.
That's right.
He's like, "Abe Lincoln meat pocket." Puts it in there.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be corny. That's what he said. No paraphrasing. Word for fucking word.
Actually, well, no, what'd you say?
He's like, "Hey, Abe, meat pocket."
Actually, I believe the direct quote was,
"Oh, yeah, let's hear this confidence and this certainty in this."
"Mr. Lincoln, meet Mr. Pocket."
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't make fun of you anymore. That's good. Damn. So, yeah, that's what Joey the Rat did. And then he punches the time card for Janitor Bud.
Yeah. Oh, is that a hand up to me?
For. As I point over to the thing.
And he clocks him out, and he walks away, and he says,
yeah, cackles like the little rat that he is.
Also, we kind of missed out on the flashing text on the screen.
Oh, yeah. When Janitor Bud's coming up to the time clock, he's like prancing up there, kind of doing a little jig.
Of course, he's skipping out early.
And then at the bottom, there's a little, what is it? What'd you call it? Subtext?
Sure, it's a text, flashing text.
Yeah, the flashing text, not a dramatization.
Yeah. And then for Joey, it said, a thug.
Yeah,
a thug.
When Joey the Rat comes on the screen.
And my favorite part for this, because it was showing the report and then go to Cory and Sean watching the report on TV at the same time. And when it was doing the flashing, Cory was like doing his hands like at the same time as the flash, like check that out. And Sean's just like nodding in approval. Like, fuck yeah, we killed this.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
Killer report.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, got a juicy story.
But
everyone's kind of not ecstatic for this.
A little somber, a little bummed out
Yeah,
to see hey, because the bad news is Feeny has to fire Bud now.
Feeny was like, is this true? And they're like, yeah.
As the flashing text said.
And he's like, well, now I have to, I have the unpleasant task of firing Janitor Bud.
Mm-hmm. Skipped out on work early?
Yeah. Huh?
You have?
Me?
Yeah.
Never. I love work.
That's true.
You have to get me to leave on time.
Or you would stay more.
Yeah. Oh, I'll milk the clock.
Yeah.
Because I'm there to get money.
Mm. Yeah, if I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'll hang out for a minute.
Yeah, Janitor Bud, I'm going to assume he's on a salary.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
So he shouldn't have been fired, or?
No, I mean, he can't leave early, but, it's not going to cut into his pay.
Mm. Okay.
I don't know. I've never been a janitor. I've tried. We can get into that here in a second.
Okay.
Have you ever left early when you weren't supposed to?
No, not really.
The only time I've ever left early was because I quit right then. Like, all right, see ya.
I've never quit actually during the job. I just never go back or something like that.
I've done it one time.
I would love to.
I've done it one time.
But
I was supposed to close that night.
Nobody ever pushes me that far. I wish they would, because I would just love to do it. But
I
just want to be like, fuck you, I'm out of here.
I was at Kroger, right?
Yeah.
And I'd had enough, because they would always schedule me. I'm 18 years old, right? I just graduated high school.
Well, you don't look like it.
Thanks. Well, this was at that time.
Oh, okay.
But I get what you're going there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. But, all through high school, especially my senior year, it was work 1 to 10 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Or 1:30 to 10, because you have 30-minute lunch. And then 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Sundays.
That sounds horrendous.
Yeah. And then during the week, I would work 4 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, no life. Outside of that, if I wasn't working, I was sleeping, trying to catch up on my sleep.
Or trying to do homework somewhere in there.
I didn't even try to do homework.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no time.
Mm-hmm. He's all about that paper, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. My $7.50 an hour back in 2008. But and the hours were inconsistent. Sometimes it would be 30-something hours one week and then 20-something the next week. And so I went and got another job. And I was like, okay, can you guys work around this? And I was like, we'll try. But so the week I'm supposed to start this new job, they got my hours all over the place because I'm out of school now. 30-something hours. And I was working 3:30 to 12 that night. So about 9:30, I was like, all right, I'm out of here. I quit.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell people or you just left?
I told the front end supervisor because he left at 10.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I'm out. He was like, okay.
No argument, no pushback?
Nah, he was cool.
Okay.
He was cool. We always talked all the time.
Okay.
Yep. Almost went to a Every Time I Die show with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he missed.
Oh, is this Barry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He missed work all the time.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a guy that would give a shit.
No.
At least about that.
He was like, I ain't staying. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I think my buddy Walter had to cover it. He works at Walmart now.
Did he hate you?
No, I think he was a little mad about it, but he got over it. He brought it up last time I was in Walmart. He's like, didn't you walk out in the middle of your shift? I was like, I don't remember. He's like, I could have been you or your brother. I was like, I think it was my brother. Even though he's never done that, wouldn't do that. But
yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Your brother.
Yeah. Stand-up dude. Bought me chicken the other day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you pull that off?
I think I owe him money for it. Because at first he bought it. I was like, I'll pay you back. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, you don't have to, but yeah, if you want to, that'd be cool.
You don't have to, but it'd be great if you did.
Yeah. It's like he's catching himself don't throw away money. But yeah, getting back to this. What were we talking about?
Some episode of Boy Meets World. I don't know. Yeah, they all kind of run together.
But what part of this episode firing
we fired Bud, or...
Oh, we were talking about leaving early. What about you?
Yeah.
You said no?
No, not really. I would love to. No. It's my dream to do it one day.
I mean, there's been times when I've been sent home early because there wasn't anything for me to do.
But usually every job I've had, the boss is never actually there, so I couldn't really get the pleasure of giving them the big fuck you salute as I walk backwards out the door.
Yeah. Or you might come back and,
Yeah, so it's a whole thing. But one day... it's probably going to go down.
Okay.
Because I can't hold a job.
Yeah.
And that's why I need you to go to boarmerch.com and buy some shirts.
Nice.
So we jumped ahead here and we see that no one likes Cory and Sean anymore.
They are on the shit list in school.
Yeah.
Like, they try to go sit down at lunch. The guys push the chairs out from the table, turn them over.
Mm-hmm.
Turner and Williams are talking about it like, damn, man, they got it rough.
This happens much later, but yeah.
Oh, well, fuck it, go where
they're talking about a second chance or something. And then, of course,
Let's talk about a second chance.
Cory and Sean.
Okay.
Maybe they'll get a second chance or something. And then, of course, right on cue, Bud comes storming out of Feeny's office and he's like, what? No second chance?
Yeah, because he's been in there an hour and he's like, come on, Feeny. I'm 2 months away from my pension.
Yeah, which you kind of feel for the guy at that point, right?
Yeah. First, I thought Feeny was, trying to cut costs, like, fire him now. I don't got to pay him a pension.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Feeny ain't that hard.
No. As we learn.
And as he's doing that, he's like, and we're like brothers. And Feeny's like, we're nothing like fucking brothers.
He's like, I saved your life one time, Feeny. He's like, oh, yeah, how? He's like, there was some wax on the floor. You were going to walk on and slip.
No time to clean.
No time.
And I jumped right on top of it.
Feeny's like, I thought you were sleeping.
my favorite part was when he was like, well, once I was down there.
We're not going to fire him for sleeping on the job or harassing kids, but he cuts out early.
Yeah. Joey comes up and he's like, hey, assholes. Did you ever think maybe you didn't get the whole story?
Yeah.
Maybe poor little Bud was leaving early for a very sad reason.
Yeah, a very uplifting reason.
Yeah.
To be a good person.
Yeah.
He was contributing money to the horse track.
Yeah, I love his whole build up. It was like, you're going to feel real bad about this. Cory's like holding this tummy. He's like, oh no, don't tell me. Yeah, he's gambling.
Yeah.
So
he leaves to make it to the track to gamble before he closes.
That's one reason I would leave work early.
To gamble?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You do have a problem.
I might. We might have to end every show with the gambling addiction hotline from now on.
Oh, that'd be a good plug.
Yeah.
Know when to quit before you start.
I don't get it. No.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't play then.
No. Yeah. Why not?
I just know not to play at all.
You coming to the tournament with me?
Yeah, I'll do a tournament.
Okay.
Sure. That's not gambling.
And then Bud, after this, comes back and he puts the janitor's curse on Cory and Sean.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Just the finger waving and then...
I need to get a video of you doing the janitor's curse dance. Yeah. And post that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or something.
Snapchat.
We don't have one, but...
Yeah.
Maybe we should, and I put Kyle in charge of it.
Oh my gosh, no. I can't even work social media now.
Speaking of work, Eric's at work now.
Yep.
And we find out what we touched on in the beginning of the episode. He has no brain activity whatsoever when he's sleeping.
Yeah. He's a marvel of modern science.
Yeah. Remarkable. And he's like, well, I've been sleeping since I was 5.
Oh, I told that way too early.
Yeah. But, and she's like, you might want to, come back. I need to do more studies. I got to show some people about this. And he's like, okay, yeah. But that's going to cost you. Remember what you paid me today? I want half. And then double it. She's like, of course, you fucking idiot. I'll pay you the same exact amount. Why not?
That's exactly what she said to that fucking idiot. No, I'm just kidding. And then he tries to leave and almost destroys all the equipment.
Of course.
Yeah.
Then we're back in the lunchroom. Lunch lady hates him now.
Yep.
The Russian with the faceless.
Who's back in the lunchroom?
The stars of the show, baby.
Pronouns.
Pal. Cory Matthews.
Yep.
Sean Hunter. Yep. Son of Alan and Amy, and son of Chet and Verna.
Who's who?
Does this make it clear yet?
No.
More confusing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No.
Sorry.
Anyways, Cory and Sean are back in the cafeteria. Even the evil Russian lady hates them.
Mm-hmm.
They try to sit down at the kitchen table like I was trying to tell you guys. Feels like an hour ago.
And Sean slips, and curse is kicking in, baby.
Yep, he trips over a plunger that was left in the cafeteria. That cannot be hygienic.
Is that really what it was? I
Sanitary.
didn't see that.
Yeah, it was a plunger.
Oh, nice.
He held it up and he's like, "Janitor's curse, by God."
Oh, that's great. And then a giant runs them off.
Yep.
You mentioned the one sitting down that knocked over the chair. Like you said, he looked 30.
Yeah.
What about the guy that stood up?
He looked about 25.
25?
Yeah.
But very tall.
He's very tall.
Very tall man.
Probably wouldn't have been very afraid of him. He's kind of slender.
Mm. Yeah. Think you could take him?
Yeah.
Really?
Just give me a cup of rain.
Mm-hmm.
Or a cup of, God damn it.
Just a cup?
A can of rain.
Yeah.
I can do anything. Because that's a great
Open up a can of rain.
Yeah.
Whoop some ass.
Hashtag here comes the rain.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah, I like Bane, but that's just me. Then we see, as you were getting to, Turner, Eli, talking about the whole situation here. And Turner is pulling a Mr. Feeny on Eli here.
He's trying to teach him something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's Feeny doing it to Turner.
Williams makes a comment like, well, that's journalism. Turner tells him, no, bro, this is school.
Mm-hmm.
And Williams like, oh, I done fucked up.
Oh, man, I done fucked up.
Mr. Turner, you got me fucked up over here.
And then we see the Matthews home, Cory with his parents, Amy, Alan. Does it seem clear so far?
Yeah, I'm following you, whatever. God.
And they're talking about the whole situation. And Amy and Alan seem to have a little disagreement about what was the right thing to do here.
Yeah, Amy is very sympathetic to Janitor Bud's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Alan is like, fuck that gambling bum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Yeah. He's like, I might be the devil, but we don't clock out early.
And then Eric comes in with some good news. He got a letter from the University of Pennsylvania, I believe. And they're like, oh my God, you got accepted?
He's like, yeah, to be studied.
Yeah, to be studied. Then we see Cory in the locker area.
Yeah,
hallway.
He's talking to Topanga by his locker. He opens up the locker and there's
a comically giant fish falls out. Yeah.
Yeah, and his locker stunk up the whole locker.
Mm-hmm. If only there was a man that could clean that up.
Right. I bet if you had a good janitor that's been there for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. He'd know what to do.
Yeah.
He would know what to do.
Unless it was 2:55, then he'd be gone.
Well, sure, yeah. But the next day, maybe.
Yeah.
Then Williams comes over, and he's like, all right, let's go have a chit-chat. Leave your big fish in your locker. Hey, kid, this isn't your job. You're just a kid in school. I was wrong. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's Cory got to say about that?
He's like, I thought we did a good job.
I thought we did okay, Williams.
It was great, Williams.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up, Mr. Williams.
But he was like, hey, you're proud of your report, but you feel bad for Bud, right? Yeah. And that's news, and it's hard when you care to do the news.
It's a rough game.
Yeah. And then Mr. Williams and Cory rush on over to Mr. Feeny's office.
Mm-hmm. Feeny's trying to get a cup of coffee from his new secretary he's hired.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying their best to talk Feeny into getting Bud back on. He's got 2 months left, blah, blah, blah. Lo and behold.
Secretary finally arrives with the coffee, and lo and behold, it's Janitor Bud. Or should I say Secretary Bud.
That's right.
He's in a suit, and he's like, here's your coffee, Mr. Feeny.
Mm-hmm.
And that button's not a toy. Don't wear it out.
Coasters, Feeny. Coasters.
Yeah, coasters. And then he walks out, and guys are like 2 months, right? And Feeny's like, oh my God, fuck yes.
That sounded bad, but then good at the end there. I'm not sure. Oh my God, fuck yes. And everything worked out for everyone. He remains on the payroll for the school. So 2 months he's out of there, except for Feeny might like it or might not. I'm not sure based on the sound of that.
He's going to be counting down the days.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
And that is the end up until this next part. But before we get there, let's check this out.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm Swanson, host of the TV Tuners podcast. Every week on TV Tuners, me and my co-hosts, Kiyorain,
Swanson, I need water.
and Stairmaster, review the latest in TV and discuss news, trailers, and even find time to play some fun games. Right now, we're working overtime to cram as much TV knowledge into our brains as possible. Isn't that right, guys?
Swanson, we've been here for 24 hours. We need to get out of here.
Not until you answer who Norm is.
He's Fraser's brother.
Wrong. You get the shock. Check out TV Tuners, available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, or any of the podcatchers of your choice.
And so we wrap the whole thing up with Eric back on the job, sleeping like a baby, no brain activity. Sleeping like a dead man, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And many people, doctors, are
From
all over the world.
Yeah. The group in there of researchers looks to be an ensemble of people from all over the world, like you said. Eric wakes up, and then the brainwave you see on the thing starts activating, like you see spikes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, what's that mouse thinking about? And the initial scientist from the beginning of the episode comes over there and is like, this mouse has hopes, dreams, fears, and goals. And Eric's like, that poor mouse.
Poor guy. And that is the end. Any additional tie-ins here for us?
Nah, man. You want to know how hard it is to get a janitor job?
How hard, buddy?
Like, it's got to be impossible.
It's got to be.
Yeah, because, like, I tried. I really did.
You were a vacuumer at one point.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. I'm talking, like, school janitor or, like, some
There's
kind of
one in Frankfurt hiring right now.
Yeah, it's that place I used to work at.
What? The vacuuming?
Yeah.
No, there's a school janitor.
Oh, you gotta have, like, I have seen them where they're like, you gotta have 2 years experience.
It pays like $15.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They won't hire you. You gotta have experience doing
Well, I wouldn't fucking do it.
If you cleaned your house one time, goddamn, you got experience.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
If you threw up one time and had to clean it up, you got experience.
I try not to clean up.
But they're like, must be familiar with chemicals, must be familiar. Motherfucker, if I'm familiar with chemicals, I'm gonna go be a chemist.
Yeah, I was about to say, what am I, making meth over here? What's going on?
You want me to clean up some puke? I'll throw some goddamn powder on it. Wait a couple minutes.
Sawdust, right?
Scoop it up. Sawdust, absorbent powder. We had to use that stuff at Kroger. But
maybe you can say that. You were the cleaner of Kroger.
I tried to get a job cleaning for, what's her name? Used to be your all's landlady.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She's like, well, do you have any experience? And I was like, and I'm not kidding. This is what I said. Because I was just flabbergasted when she asked me that. I was like, well, I've cleaned my house before. Never got a call back.
Was this in person?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
She's something else.
Yeah.
I was vaguely a janitor. I guess you would call it a janitor. It was for a factory, though.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was radical.
Yeah, you worked like 3 12-hour days, right?
Not even that.
No.
Like 3 days a week, maybe, but I did it like 2 hours.
My last security gig.
Nobody was there. It was just me. It was awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I thought they had like 24-hour people working and stuff.
There may have been a person or two like doing some shit, but nobody talking to me or anything. So
oh my god, I could do that forever. How much you get paid?
I forget. It was like 2 or 3 a week, maybe.
300?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For 6 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Especially, think if you had podcasts today, like.
Yeah.
like back then.
Yeah.
You'd probably still be working there.
Unfortunately, they shut the place down.
Oh, I thought it wasn't the place in Harrisburg?
No. Yeah, that was me actually working at a factory.
Oh, okay.
Those where Brandon works now.
Yeah.
This was in Frankfurt. It was called Bendix or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why they aren't open anymore. Then nobody wanted to fucking work.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
People probably should have been there.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. If you want to be a janitor, you need to get your foot in the door early, get as much experience as you can, intern somewhere.
Yeah, clean all those houses.
Yeah, get a letter of recommendation.
Play with chemicals.
Yeah. Yeah, if your kid has aspirations to be a janitor, got to get them in there early, have them shadowing janitors, volunteer work at places that need cleaning up. Maybe a fucking bachelor's in chemistry couldn't hurt their chances. Make sure that they keep at least a 3.5 GPA if they want to be competitive, 3.7 if you want them in for sure. It couldn't hurt to do a master's in chemistry. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you could have your pick of the litter of janitor jobs then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it works out for each and every hopeful janitor out there.
Yeah. So this has been Boar Meets World.
That it has.
Yeah. We learned a lot today, and we hope you learned something as well.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this show. Listen to, maybe it was yesterday's episode. I'm not sure how the schedule works because we're recording in the future. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe.
We recorded in a time machine.
Yeah.
That's the hum you hear.
So probably there was an episode yesterday or one tomorrow. So don't be shy. Give those a chance. I think they're all pretty okay.
They're not great, but we can guarantee that they are okay.
So we're putting out at least 2 to 3 episodes every week for you now. So I hope you enjoy them.
Yeah. I'm not going to back that up because you never know. Might be 2 or 3. Oh, you mean across all shows?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta clarify, man. You're just like
not Boar Meets World. I mean,
yeah, because
Half Hour Haunts, this off the tracks.
I thought you meant Boar Meets World. Like I don't know when this is gonna air. It might be between this and that. And like,
yeah.
Man, you gotta pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
Pronouns.
I don't know when this is airing. Yeah. I think it's 2 weeks from
tomorrow.
I think it's Thursday.
Because we're recording on
1 week from Thursday.
We're recording.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks from Thursday.
Today's Monday, right? I keep thinking today's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's our usual day.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. This will drop a week after Thursday, I guess, because that'll be the Smart Guy one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one will drop on October 3rd.
Happy October 3rd.
Yeah.
October 2nd. So yesterday we covered Pixies' new album. So check that out.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet, so
yeah, I don't know what it's like.
I'm not going to try to tell you that.
I'm going to say it was probably all right.
Graveyard Hill so far, pretty banging.
Yeah. So check that out if you haven't already. And if that's going to be October, then tomorrow is going to be the first episode of Half Hour Haunts where we cover Goosebumps. So check that out as well.
Man, we're covering the Haunted Mask Part 1.
And again, boarbrand.com, boarmerch.com. That's where you can find everything. And I'm done with shit. You?
That sounds good. Drink your reins.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up to bullies.
That's right.
Learn something every day.
Mm-hmm. And good luck with the janitor gig.
Yeah, telling you, like, this is not something you want to get into late in life. Yeah, I mean, it's near impossible. So,
we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, bye.